Was WrestleMania 41 truly that bad, or are people over-exaggerating? I'm kind of 50-50 with it, if I'm gonna be honest. WrestleMania 41 wasn't great, but it wasn't that level of bad either. Like, there have been way worse WrestleManias that I've watched. To keep it 100, I'm not saying WrestleMania 41 is at the higher echelon of one of the greats, because it's not, and I'm not saying it's at the bottom of the abyss like one of the worst WrestleManias ever, because it's not. It's very neutral for me. Like, WrestleMania 41 was a decent WrestleMania. Night 1, I feel like, had a very underwhelming undercard, but the main event really carries a lot. That was a really, really good main event between Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. I think that's one of the best WrestleMania main events of all time from a storytelling perspective for the build and the match that delivered and what we got afterwards. Like, that was so good. And then WrestleMania Night 2, I think, did the opposite. I think WrestleMania Night 2 had a very good undercard, but the main event didn't live up to the expectations compared to Night 1's main event. But with that being said, I still don't think Cena vs. Cody was a bad main event. I don't think that match was bad at all like some people. I think people really only downgrade that match because of the ending. But as far as the match itself, Cody and Cena were not having a bad match at all. What happened in that match, I wish it would have been a little bit different, but I understood what happened. I can break down all the layers for you right here. John Cena using the WWE Championship to win made sense, because in that match he literally threw out his best shots at Cody Rhodes multiple times. He hit the man with 4 attitude adjustments and he kicked out every single time, even one from the top rope. Even after one attitude adjustment, he put him in the STF right after immediately, and Cody still refused to give up. He threw his possible best shot at Cody Rhodes, and it wasn't good enough to keep the American Nightmare down. So John Cena did what like all heels do. This is heel logic 101 right here. He found a way to win by cheating. John Cena realized, I need to figure out something different, a different method, because my best shots aren't working right now. So he did what a bad guy does and is supposed to do, and that is cheating to win, finding a way to win by any means necessary. Cody Rhodes not hitting John Cena with the WWE Championship, I don't think makes him look like a bitch or makes him look weak. I think it's actually a part of the story that makes sense to me. If you paid attention to the build and the feud, Cody Rhodes talked about on multiple occasions how John Cena was like his hero in WWE and somebody that he really inspired to be like. And if you look at all of Cody's past opponents like Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, yeah, he was cool with those people, but he never spoke about them in high regards the way he did with John Cena. Even after John Cena turned on Cody at the Elimination Chamber, Cody still came out and said, John, you're still my hero, but you're an asshole. Maybe some of you are looking at it differently, but this is how I personally really am viewing it. We know Cody got that dog in him. We know he can flip that switch and tap into his inner hero persona like some people say when he fought AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. We saw him beat the crap out of AJ in the I Quit match at the end with those steel steps. We saw him put KO through a ladder with an Alabama slam at the Royal Rumble after what Kevin Owens did to Randy Orton and did to him. Like, we know that Cody Rhodes has that dog in him. But hear me out, even though he had respect and he was friends with both those guys at one point, he never really looked at them in the same regard as John Cena. To call somebody like your idol or your hero, you're putting them in a different atmosphere, in a different regard to just somebody who's like your friend. Like, you got love for your friends, that's your homie, that's your dog right there, but I feel like when you're telling somebody that they're your hero or they inspired you or you inspired to be like them, I feel like that just holds a lot more weight, because you're literally saying, bro, I wanted to be just like you. Like, everything you did, your body of work and what you captivate everybody with, like, that's what I want to embody with myself. That's what Cody was saying about John Cena. So when Cody had that WWE Championship and he had the opportunity to take out John Cena, and John Cena was begging, no, Cody was having flashbacks. He hasn't been able to get over the heel turn of John Cena, and he was having a hesitating moment right there, which cost him everything. But I also think that's going to be Cody's biggest strength in the end, because I still believe Cody is going to be the guy to take the title from John Cena. And when they have a rematch, they might have the same scenario where Cody now has the championship and he has a second chance to pull that trigger, but I don't think Cody's going to hesitate twice. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, bro, I'm a dumbass. And I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to be out there looking like a dumbass, bro. Cody Rhodes, if he has the opportunity to take out John Cena in any way, shape, or form, he's going to be able to finally pull the trigger. And I truly think that's part of the story they're going to tell of Cody getting over that hump. He has to realize John Cena is no longer his hero. He is the villain now. He is the bad guy. John Cena is not the guy that you once looked up to anymore and inspired to be like. That John Cena is dead and gone right now. So now Cody Rhodes has to eliminate that from his brain to be able to tap into his dog side to get the championship back. And the reason I say Cody's going to be the one to take the title from Cena, from a storyline perspective, if you really think about it, number one, why would Cody Rhodes want to let anybody take the title from John Cena after the way he got screwed at Mania? And John Cena's been on a path to ruin wrestling. Cody's literally been in the wrestling business since birth. It's in his DNA and his family. So to me, with Cody's gimmick in the story, he should not want to let anybody take the title from John Cena. That should be something he should want to fulfill as his obligation to try to save the WWE Universe. And number two, after the way Cody lost at Mania, think he's not going to get his lick back? Cody Rhodes going to get that win back over John Cena. I feel like he has to. With him also being the face of the company, the guy right now, I feel like it's only appropriate for him to get that win back. And then the Travis Scott factor. I mean, The Rock did tell people that Travis Scott was going to be a part of the story, so I already envisioned and knew that he was going to show up and, do stuff again with WWE. Now, of course, when Travis Scott showed up, we were all expecting, myself included, for The Rock to show up, and when The Rock didn't show up, I feel like that did put a big damper on this match. But I think at some point they're telling us Travis Scott is going to have a match in WWE, either teaming up with John Cena to face Cody and somebody else, or a one-on-one match against Cody Rhodes of some sort. And number two, Travis Scott is not the reason Cody lost. I already explained why Cody lost. He tried to hit John Cena with that championship and it cost him everything. If he'd hit John Cena with the title, Cody could still be champion right now. Travis Scott was already taken out of the equation with the Crossroads. So Travis Scott isn't the definitive reason why Cody Rhodes lost. The Rock not showing up, though, I definitely feel like just puts a sour taste in people's mouths, especially after you listen to the Pat McAfee interview that he had, talking about he didn't want to take the spotlight away from John Cena becoming the 17-time world champion and felt that he wasn't needed for the storyline. I understand his point of feeling like, him showing up taking the spotlight away of the historic 17th world title, but bro, the way the storyline was laid out and the way everything happened at the Elimination Chamber in Toronto, Canada, we were expecting you to be a part of WrestleMania and actually show up to contribute to the story, because it would have made sense if The Rock had showed up with Travis Scott and they would have cost Cody Rhodes the title to help John Cena win. It would have made 100% total sense. Because we all, just anticipated that John Cena was selling his soul to The Rock, and The Rock was a big reason why John Cena turned heel. So why would The Rock not show up to execute the bigger part of the storyline with the big ending? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So The Rock not showing up actually did the opposite of what I guess he was trying to avoid. It actually hurt the match more than anything. But I talked a lot about that match because I really wanted to dive deep into that, because I feel like a lot of people have WrestleMania at the bottom because of that main event in general and how it ended. And I understand people's frustrations with it, but the match from bell to bell actually was not bad at all. The ending just should have been different than what it was. Looking at it now, if you wanted John Cena to be heel, I think you should have just had him turn heel in the match. Build up John Cena versus Cody, babyface versus babyface going into WrestleMania 41, and then have John Cena do exactly what he did in that match. Throw his best shots at Cody Rhodes and it still wasn't good enough to keep Cody Rhodes down, and then have John Cena cheat to win. John Cena hadn't won a singles match at that point since 2018? So John Cena becomes desperate in the match. This is my last chance to become a 17-time world champion. This is my last chance to be the guy just one last time. Desperate John Cena hitting Cody with a low blow or a championship to defeat him to win the championship. Bros, people's jaws would have been on the floor in disbelief. I feel like, honestly, they missed a big opportunity not doing it in that fashion. But overall, I think WrestleMania 41 is getting a little too much hate, but also a little too much praise. It's a very neutral WrestleMania. It's not a top 10 WrestleMania all time as far as like being one of the best WrestleManias. It's definitely not in the top 10, but I also feel like it's not one of the top 10 worst either. To sum it up, this is one of those WrestleManias that I feel like, you'll just say, oh, that WrestleMania is there. Like, it was solid. Like, nothing that I probably would go back and rewatch too much. Like, there's maybe a couple of matches you'll go back and rewatch from time to time. But other than that, it's a WrestleMania you'll forget about and move on. And that's why I said it's not one of the greats or one of the worst, because the all-time great WrestleManias, oh, you'll never forget those. And also, the all-time worst WrestleManias, you'll never forget those either. I don't particularly look at this WrestleMania in any of those stratospheres, just for me personally. One thing people have to remember, though, not every WrestleMania is going to be like the level of WrestleMania 39 or WrestleMania 40 type great. Like, you're going to have some duds in there. You're going to have some neutral WrestleManias. Like, not every WrestleMania is going to be top tier, year after year. And honestly, WWE Universe, I'm okay with that. As long as you don't produce and give me like a WrestleMania 27 type bad or a WrestleMania 34 type bad, I'm chilling. I'm Gucci over here, bro. Like, yes, this WrestleMania could have been better. It should have been better. I'll say that. It should have been a lot better. We should have got a lot more at this WrestleMania, and it should have been better than what it was. But you know what? It wasn't one of the all-time worst. I've seen way worse. And you know what? I'm okay with what we got this year. It could have been better, but it was still okay for me. Maybe you have a different of opinion. Maybe you're viewing it differently. Let me know in the comment section below, man. How do you feel about this overall WrestleMania? Do you feel like it gets overhated? Do you feel like it gets underappreciated? Did you enjoy the show? Let me know. And also, if you're new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe to be updated with all things wrestling related right here on this channel. And if you want to check out more wrestling content that I already have, you can click the video right here. If you want to check out the podcast that I'm a part of right here on this platform, the No Name Wrestling Podcast, you're in luck because you can click the playlist right here to check out all episodes.